I'm doing an unboxing video in the car. No, I'm not. I don't think so. I think I could wait until we get done or done. Or maybe not. In an unboxing video of the XTAR DL2 1600 laser light, rated for 100-meter underwater. Got a battery meter. Throw is 355 meters. I'm not really sure what that means. It's this symbol here. 2.5 hour runtime at 1600 lumen setting. I got the new XTAR light. It's DL 1600, and I opened it up, played with it just for a few minutes just on the drive down here. It's a good idea it's great to save these for flying, to make sure that your battery doesn't accidentally get activated, turned on. And I'm going to use the charged up light that I have, our battery. And I was playing with this a little bit, and so it's a green laser light, as you can see it there, and the operation is a little different, so press and hold to get it turned on. It's got a lock on the button, and then high-low spot beam. I think it's got a flashlight, flashing beam you can see, and press and hold to do the green laser, and you can also do the green laser with the different spotlights. Gonna go give that a comparison to with the Orca torch DL570 GL. For the laser to be on, you have to be holding the button. So if you let go of the button, the light is not on. Opposed to this one, then I can have the laser on without having to hold the button. So I could just have this dangling, pointing underneath me as a spotlight, or kind of a identifying light. I'll think of a better word for that a little later. I'm trying to gear up and go, and it's a little bit of noise and things, and I got buddies waiting on me, so cut and Faizan and I just got done diving, and Faizan got to use the XTAR DL2 1600, and the other night Faizan got to see me use the light. So I wanted to get Faizan's perspective and thoughts on using the light, and also what it was like diving with somebody using the light and seeing somebody point out things with the green laser versus the spotlight.
Yeah. So as you can see, it is a pretty cool and compact light. And the best part about this light is that it has three features, or three types of lights that you can see. So one is the brightest spotlight that you can have. The other one dims it down a bit. The third one that you can see is like an SOS flashlight, where you can use it to call people or grab their attention. And when you can see, what I like about this light is, the coolest feature of this light is this one. So the green light. So this one, you can team it up with your spotlight as well, or you can use it as a standalone laser light. So this is a standalone laser light, and if you want to team it up like this, you just have to press on the button, and you can see this. I cannot see it since it's up too close, but as you can see there, it stands up a bit. So, and then you can dim it down a bit, and then you can use it along with the spotlight version as well. So all in all, from the price point, you can see that this is a pretty cool and compact light that you can use it as your primary as well as a backup light.
So I was interested in your perspective of what it was like diving with somebody using the light, if they're pointing things out with the light, the laser light versus the spotlight. How did you like it, seeing somebody use the spotlight, the green laser light?
That's pretty cool, right? So when you use a spotlight, it's kind of hard here, especially in this Puget Sound, like West Coast cold water diving. It's hard if you want to show macro or something like that. But if you have this green light that you can see, you can easily spot something or point it out for your buddies or other divers to see it. So traditionally, the DMs and the guides used to carry a long pole that you can see where they used to have that and take it out and point it out, poke it out. But as you can see that they only have a certain range that they can do with this. But this one has about like 20-30 feet of range, and you can pretty clearly see it. So that's like that's easy to spot, easy to find, easy to get attention. Even if a buddy is in front of me, I can just flash this in front of them and say, hey, I'm here, I'm calling. So you don't have to like crazily flash or shine your lights. This one will not only help you from blinding your buddies, but you can grab their attention pretty efficiently, yeah, without blinding them.
So you dive with the Olympic
TG7. Yeah.
And you were saying your strobe is not that bright. So when someone is using a spotlight and you're trying to take a photo, how is it different if they're using the green laser light? How does it affect your photos?
It doesn't affect my photo at all. That's the best part, right? So green.
With the spotlight or the laser, either way?
No, if you have the spotlight, it does end up affecting. So it depends upon how powerful the strobe is, right? If you are using a small macro strobe, like I'm using a backscatter MF2 without a snoot, so that one is about like 2,500 lumens or something, and the strongest burst is about 3,000 when it flashes. And if you're using a torch, which is in the ballpark of that lumens, if it's that powerful, then it ends up taking away the lighting from my strobe shot.
I'm smiling too much. I'm being good. I wanted to say, like, try to make.
So if you're diving with a buddy, or if you're diving with a bunch of photographers or guiding them or something like that on a dive, so usually you use a pointer or you flash a light or your spotlight to grab that attention of the subject that you're trying to shoot. But if you're using a mini strobe, like the one that I use a backscatter MF2, which is a mini focus light. So it's not strong enough, but it's more than enough to get some macro shots. If a guide or my buddy is using a powerful light and he's trying to shine it off like this on the subject, then it ends up taking away the lighting from my stove. So if you work as a guide, or if you want to just spot something, you can just use this green laser light point out. So when you that way, whenever the photographer is working on that shot or something like they're doing something where his focus goes off of the subject, your buddy or your guide can use this light to keep the focus on the subject without affecting the light of your strobe. So this is a pretty cool feature, and when you combine it with your spotlight, this becomes everything in one light. So you can use, this is your backup light, this is your primary light, this is your spotlight.
Cool.
And don't forget this SOS feature where you can just say that, hey, emergency, you don't have to do signs, or this is just an SOS.
Yeah, like we were diving in conditions today that the visibility was so low that we really were relying on lights to see each other and keep track of each other. So having the multi-features in the light, one, it can mean different things, like the SOS, pointing something out, or just the spotlight to do more communication with lights.
It was pretty fun. I'd like to get one more of these too, as I don't have a backup light. It can be a pretty good backup light from price point, so I would definitely recommend this.
Okay, now cut. We both got to take turns with the Orca torch. What does that say?
D570GL.
And the XTAR
DL2 1600.
And what was your impression about using both of them? Ease of use, power. What's your review on them?
So as you can see, this has a bigger battery. It lasts long. It's a bit brighter, and it goes off a bit farther too. Aesthetic wise, this is a bit shorter. Orca torch definitely takes the winner because it's more compact and easy to carry. Shorter, this is a bit taller, but then again, its battery component, the cylinder is taller because we are using a bigger battery. In comparison to both, I've noticed that XTAR is more powerful. It's a bit more easier to use because it has like this pointer where it shows like whether the green light is on or not. You'll just get to know that, okay, the green light is on. It definitely, I'd prefer this. I'd recommend this.
Now, you had mentioned that you liked the
Yeah.
tone, the temperature of the light.
Yeah, the temperature of the
on
light.
this versus.
Yep. This is, as you can see, this is on the bit on the whiter side, more on the LED side, and this is a bit warmer tone. So I'd usually prefer this and not this, because in our conditions, this one's a bit easier to see. Our water is greenish, not bluish. So this lights up a bit better. And as you can see, whenever the green light is on,
it takes a little bit of getting used to, because you have to hold it for 2 or 3 seconds to get it on.
Yep.
And each one takes a little bit of something to get used to. Like with this one, you just one press, you have to hold and press to have the green light on.
Yeah.
This one you have to double press to get a bright light, the spotlight on, and it just has the 2 modes.
as you can see in this one, the problem with the spotlight is that you gotta hold it. So the moment you leave it, it's gone. But with this one, you just have to long press the button, and once you long press the button, the green light gets activated, and the second long press deactivates this. So this is definitely better, because you don't want to keep holding for a long period of time to spot something, right? And this is easier to activate.
That was
the
my
lights
preference on that also, that I can just turn it on and not have to press the button.
Yeah.
And I also liked, I don't know if you've noticed when I've worn it, that I had it on and just kind of dangling, one, either just the light on, with like I've done with this one,
Yeah.
or just the green laser light on, and what that looks like if I'm just using it as my backup light, but actually having it on and dangling, what that looked like.
It doesn't, like, it's I'd say it's like a normal regular light, because nobody wants to look at your feet or bottom, right? So when it's dangling, if your laser light is on, maybe okay. To me, honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't like reflect anything at all, because I'll be looking at you and not the bottoms, right? So
If it's dark though, like, I mean, maybe if you couldn't see somebody, if you're trying to find somebody and seeing that.
yeah,
Does
instead
that
of
help?
an LED strap on the tank, that can help too.
Yeah.
But again, it's pretty small, right? So, and we as divers, if you are hovering, if you're diving, or if you're doing a wall dive or something where there's no bottom, then doesn't help
I can
much.
see, especially with me, I always have 2 video lights on.
Exactly.
Those are usually, you can spot the 2 video lights on more than you will see the laser light as
Yeah.
finding your buddy with the lights. But
I definitely use this as a substitute for the pointer to point out things, and also to have something. So if me being a photographer, I'm still adjusting and I'm learning how to do photography, pinpointing my buoyancy when taking shots and stuff like that. So there are times when I lose the focus of the critters there. For example, a GPO, a small GPO or a Ruby Octo, they can camouflage so well that you end up missing. So you take an eye off of them and then they're gone. You can't find them. So in those cases, you can have your buddy point them out using this one. Hey, can you just point this out for me? I can just signal my buddy saying that, hey, can you please do that for me? And Mark does that for me. So today I did it for me. So you're just having to focus on that critter, the GPO, and I was able to have like, okay, I was able to adjust my settings and everything, have my stroke position, and then bang on, I had my critter right here in front of me, and then I was able to take shots of it.
yeah, awesome. Thanks for